You're watching 12 News This Morning.
A new report shows the good and the bad in the state's effort to reform the Kansas foster care system. We'll break it down for you.
Some big changes coming to Cessna Stadium at Wichita State University. We're going to look at the future of Cessna Stadium.
Around here this morning at Cowtown Museum, we're talking about Wild West Days coming up. We'll tell you all the cool things you can do this weekend and check out some of the cool stuff you can do here. I'm not sure what the significance of that is. We got more coming up here in just a bit. Don't go anywhere. Gotta say something.
I think that means it's time to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Actually, I just ate, but I'll eat again if Shane's gonna keep ringing that bell. All right, next cold front's moving through. It's gonna be changing things up this evening. We're gonna see a couple of thunderstorms ahead of that front. Hayes, Russell, Lincoln, Salina, 1 or 2. Most of the precipitation will be behind the front. We had a very similar situation the first weekend of the fair, if you can remember that. So a lot of the rain's gonna be moving in late tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. Rain is likely north of I-70, farther south, it's scattered showers and maybe some storms, but again, nothing heavy nor severe. I'll show you how much rain to expect in about 15 minutes, but otherwise Thursday, wow. 50s in the afternoon, northwest Kansas. 60s are very low 70s for the rest of us. So we're going to go from record-setting heat today to well below normal in just a couple of days. Doppler's all quiet this morning. Numbers, we've got 72 in Dodge City, Scott City 66. Colby right now is at 60. Mostly 70s as we slide east. Eureka 75, pair of 7s in Winfield, and 73 in Wichita. Pretty much everyone on the map will either break a record, tie a record, or be very, very close to that. 101 Wichita, that would be a record. Hayes, that would be a record. Even Goodland at 96 would be a new record high this afternoon.
Well, we're learning more about the progress being made in reforming the state's foster care system. A third-party report out this week shows the state has more work to do to meet the settlement terms of a 2018 class action lawsuit.
Now, that case seeks to end the practice of children in foster care needing to sleep in offices and also addresses mental health needs. Sean Logging breaks down that report to find where the state is falling behind.
A child on a bike hit by a car. We have the latest on how it happened. Plus, renovations coming to Century 2 and how they are being paid for. And as Hurricane Fiona picks up strength, we'll show you how people already impacted by the storm are surviving. I'm Felicia Rolfe. We have those stories and more about another expected interest rate hike right now on 12 News at noon.
You're watching 12 News at noon.
An 11-year-old boy on a bicycle is in serious condition this noon after being hit by a car this morning in West Wichita. It's an update to a story breaking during Eyewitness News this morning. That crash happened around 7:40 this morning at Central and Red Barn. That's between Tyler and Ridge Road.
David Begno, CBS News on the ground here in Toa Baja, Puerto Rico.
Wall Street's closely watching the Fed, anticipating yet another interest rate hike. Just how much it could go up again, that's still ahead for you. Plus,
if you love steak, garlic, and having everyone smiling around your dinner table, I suggest you don't go anywhere.
And if you like cooler weather, hold on. We are in for a fall cold snap by Thursday. We'll take a look at that cold front on the other side of the short break.
You're watching 12 News at noon. Online at KWCH.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You're watching 12 News at 4.
Good afternoon. Welcome to 12 News at 4. I'm Lily Wu.
I'm Alex Flippin. We are tracking record heat across Kansas this afternoon, but there is a cool down on the way. Storm Team 12 meteorologist Cassie Wilson joins us now with the latest.
All right, records are falling all across the state at this hour. We've got at least a half dozen of records right now to report across Kansas as triple digits are here for the third day in a row. Across Wichita, we hit 100 degrees for that record. Now areas like Salina breaking records, out towards Goodland breaking records. And well, my reality graphics are slow to go because they just don't want to tell this story anymore. Triple digits are still hitting in Great Bend and Salina as well as Hill City at this hour.
The Air Force says McConnell is home to 36 of the refueling tankers.
A second Elizabethan era ends and a new Carolean era named for King Charles begins. I'm Terry Okita in London with what's next for the British monarchy.
Well, we continue to hold on to that triple-digit heat, but Thursday is the first day of fall, and there is a big change in the forecast. 70 degrees and some showers. Get ready to get the hot coffee going, and we'll take a look at when we could see rain with this front with your full Storm Team 12 forecast.
You're watching 12 News at 4 on KWCH and KSCW. Online at KWCH.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You're watching 12 News at 5.
New today, the Wichita Police Union and City Council member responding after 3 deputy chiefs with Wichita Police Department called for the resignation of the city manager.
12 News fact finder investigator Haley Tucker was the first to share the story with you. Haley, what's new today?
Rachel, Mike, today we're hearing from Wichita City Councilman Brian Fry, who says the letter the deputy chiefs filed yesterday to the city is extortion, and he's calling for the 2 current deputy chiefs to resign. And the president of the police union says the claims in the letter are false, and the union is now looking to legal options to challenge them.
But they instead used more than $250 million to buy luxury cars, real estate, jewelry, and to fund international trips. Financial markets looking ahead to tomorrow's Federal Reserve meeting.
Inflation's gotten higher, and what the Fed wants to do by raising interest rates is to slow down the economy somewhat on the idea that that will bring inflation down.
Coming up tonight at 6, Lily Wu will explain how the rates will impact your purchases and savings.
Hurricane Fiona is strengthening overnight to a Category 3. The damage already left behind.
And from the bathroom to the kitchen, even outdoors, some ways you can cut back on your water use and maybe save a little money in the process. Still ahead.
From KWCH, you're watching 12 News at 5. Online at KWCH.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. This is Right Now with Michael Schwanke.
Welcome into Right Now. The Wichita City Council giving final approval to take prosecution of marijuana and fentanyl test strip possession out of a municipal court. The items are still illegal on both the state and federal levels, but the change shifts responsibility to charge the cases from the city attorney to the Sedgwick County District Attorney. The DA, though, saying his office doesn't have the resources to take on the cases. Supporters say it will reduce the number of people with drug convictions on their record. Rose said he is working with his colleagues on the Appropriations Committee and in the Senate to consider sanctions against the VA in regards to the issue. Democratic leaders in the North squaring off with the Republicans in the South over a new migrant relocation program, but some say both sides are overlooking the main issue. And your sleep schedule could put you at a risk for type 2 diabetes, even cardiovascular disease, the results of a new study.
Sometimes calendar and Mother Nature match up, and that would happen to be the case later this week as we're just a couple days away from the official start of fall. It's at 8:03 p.m. on Thursday, and that's when the cooler weather will be here for everyone. We're tracking a strong front, and the details follow the break.
This is Right Now with Michael Schwanke. Online at KWCH.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You're watching 12 News at 9 on KSCW.
Good evening and welcome into 12 News. I'm Jacob Albrecht.
And I'm Rachel Hackbarth. Tonight we begin with some storms in northern Kansas. It comes as a cold front is expected for later on in the week.
Chief Meteorologist Ross Janssen tracking that storm for us breaks down how the state will see a change of pace in the coming days. Maybe a welcome one, Ross.
Yeah, it's long overdue, Jacob and Rachel, as we continue to look at some thunderstorms tonight. North central Kansas, most of these producing winds between about 45 and 55 miles per hour. We'll start here north of Hayes, scattered storms north of Catherine up toward Plainville. We've got some locally heavy rains happening here in Rooks County off to the north of Paradise. And then again, you're looking at these storms around Osborne. We've had several reports of winds between about 45 and 55 miles per hour. This thunderstorm here that's in the Osborne area still looks like it's putting down some steady rainfall, but the stronger winds have shifted east of there. But here's a wind report of 56.
The event takes place this weekend from 9 in the morning to 5:30 in the evening. Admission is free.
Hurricane Fiona continues to devastate many islands in the Caribbean. Cars lost, homes destroyed, now major power outages affecting thousands of people. We'll have that story in our next half hour.
And leaders from the United Nations gathered in New York today, why some are saying things need to change in order to prevent an economic crisis.
You're watching 12 News at 9 on KSCW. Online at KWCH.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
More than 500,000 people could see student loan relief. We'll tell you how much you could qualify for tonight at 10 on 12 News.
From KWCH, you're watching 12 News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to 12 News at 10. I'm Michael Schwanke.
And I'm Rachel Hackbarth. We begin tonight with showers and thunderstorms popping up in the northern part of our state.
It comes as we are set for some relief finally from the hot, dry weather. Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Ross Janssen. Ross?
Mike and Rachel just can't come soon enough, but we've had some strong thunderstorms tonight over north central Kansas. The strongest wind report from Smith Center of about 61. That was about an hour ago. Tonight we've got scattered thunderstorms in Ellis County, both north and south of Hays. Some areas will get some welcome rains, but expectation here is it's probably going to be up to 1/4 inch.
A $350,000 home now costing $150 to $200 more a month. Rachel.
Thank you, Jacob. Nearly $500 million lost to fraud during the pandemic. Details from the new report on where some of that money went.
Plus, playoff baseball comes to Riverfront Stadium for a second straight year. We update you on the Wind Surge's quest for a minor league title.
A lot of us wear watches that tell us how many steps we have and track our calories or what we're eating, and this is basically what we're doing with our cows.
Humans aren't the only ones using technology to monitor their health. We'll take you to the dairy farm that found a smart way to care for its herd.
From KWCH, you're watching 12 News at 10. Online at KWCH.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
What's up, everyone? Welcome into Sports Sunday. Brandon Zenner, Jeff Lutz, back with you to wrap up the week that was in sports. Jeff, the Royals officially eliminated from playoff race this week, and your Guardians, I'm forced to talk about them. They clinched the AL Central today.
I'm glad
we
are getting that out of the way early because I would have tried to work it in and every other topic. So people writing the show for us, doing a bang-up job. We appreciate that.
Now, we do have some real baseball news to get to
Real?
later. Real.
Wow.
But this, of course, is an NFL Sunday and not a good one in the Chiefs' kingdom. Kansas City facing a Colts team that this year has tied and then been shut out in a loss to Jacksonville. They go to Indianapolis, fall flat, and losing on a late score. First loss of the season for the Chiefs, just constant miscues, really defining how this game went. Tough loss to take, a couple hours removed now. What are your initial thoughts?